We got Ghost of Tsushima. All right, so the last time we talked about this on the last episode, we had Arthur over here give his first impressions on it. Since then, I have played the game, and I am actually really into it right now. I'm at the end of Act 2 on the last mission.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you're on Act 2 as well, right?
Yeah, I'm on the last mission as well. But I think I can give like a general review of the game.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna call this my first impressions right now because I don't know how the game is gonna fold into the end. I unfortunately did see the ending of the game.
Oof.
But
yeah,
no. That was way before I even started playing. But yeah. So I'm gonna give it a first impressions right now. Maybe next week or something, or the week after, if we reach the end, we could do a full blown review. That would be great. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna give my we're gonna do the same thing prior. We're gonna give our positives and negatives, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna do one positive, one negative, back and forth. So my first positive is this game has amazing visuals, amazing visuals, and I really like the photo mode. It's a side thing too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my first positive.
I'm on the same boat. That's my first positive. The world, like I mentioned last time, I'm probably just gonna like sum up exactly what I said 2 weeks ago, but yeah, I think the world itself is beautiful. The everything about it, graphically is just great.
Mm-hmm. Environment, variety,
textures, facial animations on the actual cutscenes, details. All of it, it's just wonderful.
Has it all. Honestly, it's one of the best looking games on the PlayStation 4.
And that's saying something,
for sure,
considering what lineup they have.
All right, so
now for the negatives.
I'm gonna give my first negative. This game's camera can be janky at times, especially if you're in if you're in an area where you're basically in a hall or you're like next to a wall or something. The camera tends to spaz out. It's not all the time. I wish this game had a lock-on feature. I feel like that would get rid of a lot of the issues, but it's bearable as long as you know how to deal with it. But I do find myself every now and then and ended up getting hit because I wasn't able to see properly. But yeah, that's my first negative.
All right, my first negative. This is kind of a little pet peeve of mine, but when you play this game for a very long time and you start to like lean to one style of gameplay, the combat itself can get a little bit repetitive.
Is that what you find yourself doing? Do you find yourself just finding which gameplay, what style do you use?
What I mean, right, is say for example, like you have like a big game, like a long gaming session, right? Like maybe 6 or 7 hours. In those 6 and 7 hours, like if you're just going from place to place, just constantly challenging enemies, fighting them head on, doing the wild encounters with the bandits or the straw hat Ronin that come up, and you just constantly do that over and over and over again. If you don't like mix it up with like different stances and assassination techniques, it can get repetitive, like quickly, because it's the same thing every now and then. But, Ghost of Tsushima does a lot of things to kind of alleviate that, so I'm putting it as like a minor negative because it can happen. And it started to wear on to me.
Yeah. For sure. I feel like that's a thing too, but like I love also how they also give you if we switch to the positives real quick, I like how they give you a bunch of different ways to approach the situation. Like at where I'm at right now, you can unlock a blowgun that poisons them. You can assassinate them and stuff. And but my second positive is the amazing world building. Because I really enjoyed how all the side missions felt like real missions, and they were like fleshed out, and they have like paths to travel down and different stories and individual things. And I also loved all the animals that you can find just throughout the world. This is why I'm saying world building, and it just takes you to different things, and you know what I mean? Like this, I feel like there's never really a dull moment in this game, because either you're when you're not on combat, you see a bunch of animals, and they help you get to different things that can increase your health, increase your resolve, which is the meter that can heal you and different things like that. So I think that's another great thing about this game, is that this world is like packed with a bunch of things to do.
I honestly think I forgot. I think I heard it from a YouTuber saying it, but I stand by it. If you want to really have a gauge on how good an open world game is, count how many times you're traveling the open world and you see something different, or like you get distracted by something. You know what I mean? Like, how many times are you just traveling in the open world and you're getting distracted because you see something? Like, I see a couple of animals like moving towards this one patch of like fire or something like that, or the wind is telling me to go somewhere, or like the golden bird. That golden bird takes you to like different places where it can be like side quests, mini games to help increase your resolve, your charm slots with the fox shrines, all of this type of stuff. Kind of like the same thing with Breath of the Wild, where it's like any turn you'll find something new, and I think that's great. Something that like open world games, it really makes them like unique, and I like that.
Yeah, that's what's up. Let's get into the negatives now. My second negative, and my last negative actually, is that this game has some slight bugs. Sometimes I find myself getting stuck between something, or stuck in a wall, stuck in a rock and things like that. And usually most of the time it basically just reloads the area and it puts you in a different area. But I did find myself having to load up a checkpoint once. But you know what I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. Just slight bugs that can be fixed over time. But that's my second and last negative for Ghost of Tsushima. How about you?
So I have a couple more negatives listed. So the next one that I have is that when you start to get around, I want to say the third act, which, you know, I'm about to get to, but I started noticing this in the second half of the act 2, is that some of the side missions, aside from the Tales, mind you, the Tales don't have this problem, but some of the side missions start to lack variety, especially when you're nearing the third act. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, see, I say that because I only really do the Tales. I don't really focus on the ones without the faces on them.
Yeah, like the Tales don't suffer from that because they're unique still. But the side missions, when you play enough of them, you'll start to realize, oh, it's the same thing. Like, oh, I gotta go save a farm, rescue hostages, tail somebody, and you know they're still good and enjoyable because the dialogue in this game is really nice. But it still gets like, you know, starts to lack variety, and you can start getting a little bit bored, and it could be by the numbers.
Yeah, if I can interject also real quick, I want to say I love the mythic quest that you can do to unlock all the different stuff that you can get. I love the Heavenly Strike. I love the second one you get, the Yarikawa.
The Yarikawa is I believe. Awesome.
Yeah, dude, both of those are dope, and they just add a whole new style to the game and a whole new different ways to approach your combat. But yeah, all right. So, you have more negatives?
I'll just
knock them out now.
Yeah, I'll just quickly go through them. Like you said, there's a couple of bugs and glitches that I was encountering. They weren't too major. Just like I was getting stuck on some things. Sometimes I would not get detected when I was right in front of them, and I that has to be a bug. Like that can't be like, you know, intended. And my last negative is parkour could be improved upon. The parkour is satisfiable at most. Like, it gets the job done, but it could definitely have gone for a more, like, Assassin's Creed-like structure where you can climb on anything rather than, like, certain, certain predetermined ledges.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one for sure.
But like I said, it's serviceable, and it works. And that's all I care about.
All right, I got 2 more positives. I'm just going to knock out. How many more positives you have?
I got 1 more. Well, actually,
right, cool.
I got, like, 2 more, but they can go together.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock out mine together as well. So, for this one, I have dub customization. The customization in this game is fire. I love how you can unlock different things by doing these little side missions and tales that you get. So they actually do give them a little bit of purpose. And I just love the colors, the color palette, the dyes, how you can get from getting flowers and stuff like that. And my last positive is the combat system. And it was great for me, honestly. I really love the combat system. I always found myself approaching things from different ways. Like I love switching between. I like all 4 of the combat styles. My favorite would probably be the shield one or the sword one, but I still love switching it up to the brute. The brute is dope as well.
Yeah, I like that. I love the brute. That shit, you just kick people.
But not only that though, I also love the different things you can get. Like I have the longbow, I have the explosive arrows, I have the fire arrows, the heavy arrows. You know what I mean? Like I have the wind chimes, you know, the smoke bombs.
I love
the actual bombs.
The sticky bombs are fun.
Yeah, the sticky bombs too. Like there's so much stuff you can do in this game to switch it up, like in terms of like ghost weapons and just regular semi weapons. But yeah, I'm a big fan of that, and I like how in depth they pretty much took it. Like I said before, I believe you even get a blowgun that you can hit people with poison arrows and poison darts. I mean, so yeah, that's those are my last positives. How about you?
All right, so when I said that combat can get repetitive, I still stand by it. But overall, the combat in this game is incredibly satisfying and also challenging to boot in certain instances. It's not like a hack and slash Dynasty Warriors game, because you will die if you do that. It's more strategic, but not overly so. It manages to find that right balance of, oh, maybe I have to think about what my next strike is, instead of just mindlessly attacking them. Combat, like you mentioned, whether it's assassinating stuff with ghosts, all the different tools you get, black bombs, sticky bombs, wind chimes to distract people, your little sixth sense that you have, which I forget exactly what they call it. It's like think like a thief or something like that. The different stances in combat, the ability to do all this stuff.
If I can interject right now too, I don't know if you got to this point in the game yet, but did you get the ghost mode?
Did I get the what?
The ghost mode.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I might have spoken too soon. I don't know exactly where you are in the story, but there is a thing. I'll just say it like this: you get a new ability. You know how Kratos has like his thing where you press L3, R3, like, and you have like mode. You go into like this mode. Yeah, you go into like this. In Ghost of Tsushima, bro, you have this thing called like the ghost mode, bro. You go into that shit, bro. The whole screen turns red. Everybody starts getting scared. And you just like assassinating people, like brutally, like bro. I'll never, bro. I see. Here's the thing. I want to explain it, but like I'll explain this one thing. When you first unlock it, bro, you just start executing people, bro. You just cut someone's head clean off, decapitating someone, and the whole screen is red, and everybody's just getting scared and backing up. I was like, yo, this is amazing. Yeah, but the way it works is basically you save up your combo, so you try not to get hit for as long as possible, and I believe once you hit like eight to 10 hits, I believe, then you have when you kill 8 to 10 enemies without taking any damage, then you have the ability to use your ghost mode, which is pretty freaking fire too, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think now's a good time to give our scores. I'm gonna give a score as well. What's your score actually?
I give it a solid 9. I give it a freaking 9. And if we're gonna go by letter grades like we used to do before, this deserves a solid A, hands down.
I'm with you there. 9, solid A.
Like
Sucker Punch, you done good.
You done good, dude. After fucking not Last of Us, Infamous, like you going to Japan like this? God, good job.
This man almost in China. You not slick, my guy.
I know. I saved myself right at the end. I saved myself.
Yeah, I know.
It's a great send off for the PlayStation as its last big AAA exclusive. And yo, Sucker Punch, congratulations! You made an amazing product, hands down. It may not be like the most original, but fuck, it's good.
We're in agreement with that. It's definitely an A. We gave it a 9 out of 10. I guess if we do change our mind, we can update it in the podcast later on once we both beaten it. But yeah,